What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. There's my brother in the background there. But anyway, here's a video talking about Pascal Hopkins too. A lot of boxing fans have seen the shove yesterday, the tussle they had at the press conference. Overall interesting. Pascal said something about Hopkins taking the test, and Hopkins got up and shoved him, and they kind of had done a little bit of a shoving match yesterday. So anyway, let's get to the topic. Hopkins taking the test. To be quite honest, bringing this up from Pascal is nothing new. For being in the boxing forums for numerous years, people have actually talked about Hopkins possibly being on something, being that he was at the time 43, 44 years old, and he wasn't, and he was 43, 44, and he had certain bursts. He would be inconsistent in some fights, and then other fights he'd be full of energy. But then all of a sudden in the Pascal fight, he had a couple fights where he was kind of off. His timing was off, and he wasn't on his toes, and he wasn't as swift moving. But in the Pascal fight, he looks a whole lot different. I'm just going to give my opinion on the whole thing. I don't think Bernard Hopkins is on anything. I don't think he's on any type of drug, and people can allude to the fact that due to the fact that fighters younger than him age quickly overnight. You can talk about fighters that are like 35, 36 that are getting old overnight, and he's 46 years old and he's not getting old overnight in any fights. But also also look at how he fights. Look at the time period of which he fights. From Tarver to Winky Wright, he didn't fight in a year period. He looked all right in the Wright fight. Then the Calzaghe fight, he only fought a couple fights in 2 years. So and then he thought he was winning the fight, and he kind of sandbagged. But also Joe Calzaghe was a very good fighter as well. But then he goes in and he fights Kelly Pavlik about 6 months later, October 18th of 08, and he looks very good against Pavlik. And then he goes in, I can't remember the other guy's name, and he didn't look too good in that match, and he fought Jones, and it was an okay match. But look at from the time of Winky Wright all the way to the Kelly Pavlik fight, to where he looked rejuvenated and revived when people were doubting him. And then look at from December 5th of 2009 all the way to the Pascal fight, December 18th of 2010. See, Hopkins pretty much looks good because he's performing consistently in these times. He's continuously fighting. He's active. So when he's active, it might take him a fight or two to get sharp in kind of that third fight. And then before December of 09, he didn't even fight for a whole year. So honestly, it's another case. If you have nothing to hide, then you just might as well take the test and be done. Give me the benefit. Or Hopkins' case, hey, I'm the legend, give me the benefit of the doubt. Who knows? But is it hype for the fight? I doubt it, because that's something that I kind of thought about. Was it hype? I don't think it's hype at all. If it was hype, somebody would talk about somebody's mom or somebody's wife or something like that. Or, I fucked your girlfriend, this, that, and the other. But it wasn't anything like that. It was just overall, I think it was genuine, but also you got to look at the facts involved. Look at Hopkins' consistency of when he's active and when he's not active. How it kind of takes him a little bit to kind of get back in the groove of things. But overall, we got to build up to this rematch. Overall, it's going to be a great fight. So anyway, guys, that was the distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.